what happens to me is I go to shows and I go to shows late because I have to, like, I can't go earlier, so um, and then by the time I get there, it's like a lot of times it's like you hear the last chord and they say like, oh, thanks for being with us here tonight, like that was our last song. Like almost every time I go out way late, that happens. But I kind of expected it tonight because it's a residency. But oh yeah, the door guy. I was talking about the door guy. Very like knowledgeable door guy. Oh, it's Touch Me by the Doors. Um, oh, and that last one was Gigantic by the Pixies. So I'm just putting on like my soundtrack. Like I didn't put that in the title, but it's like my soundtrack based on like Amazon Music and like in pretty much anything I've ever listened to in the last however long I've been on there. The door guy, yeah, he was very knowledgeable. Like he was almost able to describe the music, but he couldn't really get what it was. But he said he would probably like categorize it as like close to the U2 or something like that. But apparently somebody opened for them. So my assumption that the music was supposed to start. Well, the show was supposed to start at 8, which probably means the music didn't start till 9. They always say like starts at a certain time, but it's always like way before the music even starts. Because sometimes I even think that they don't even do the music, like they don't start the live music until like there's a bigger crowd there actually. So I kind of feel bad about that sometimes when I'm having my car beers in the car before the show, whatever. But kind of pre-gaming it. But oh yeah, I need to keep my glasses handy because there's actually a chat going on here. I'm not used to this actually. Yes, the other one's on Twitch too actually. So I'm using like my old phone and I got it on like ScatterBreaker. Actually, I just called it ScatterBreaker after because I couldn't do any more than that. It was just too much. So so basically, I'll know that this video goes with the one that says after I didn't see the Colleens because they had already played, and I had a little time to set up for this one, the one on the ScatterBreaker channel, because I was just sitting in the car getting ready to go, and oh man, see, well, this is the scatter part. I really cannot keep my thoughts together. What was I even talking about? And it really sucks that I can't read the chat. I can't even see what's going on there. So, yeah, and it actually would be dangerous for me to put on my, I'd almost have to do it like bifocal style, like look at the chat with like here and look at the road with, above the glasses. But, yeah, but I was talking about the door guy. He knew, oh yeah, that's right. So somebody opened for them, and, somebody opened for them, and they actually, and I asked about it, like, do you think they'll be playing with them again, whatever, like, and he's like, no, probably not. This was a girl that was, like, on, like, American Idol or something like that, and so she did her set, and then the Colleens went on, and then, and at the end of their set, which I would have gone to if I'd left earlier, of course, I would have seen if I'd left earlier, obviously, but she got up there and like sang with them. So basically, that's kind of like my whole point about like live music and is like you got to go out and see it because it's never, even if you've seen a band before and now you're seeing them again, like you're not going to ever see the same show twice. Like live shows are always going to be different, and so it's like important to like capture every experience that you can possibly capture. I feel like, you know, and so that's what I'm like trying to like kind of that's what I'm trying to kind of share, I guess. You know, besides of course the live music on the way to the because actually, you know, if you show up to a show and the band's already played, or they say, "Oh, that was our last song," if you catch a little bit of them, at least that's something, right? But but if you but even if you don't catch them at all, like it's still an enjoyable drive with like, you know, if you're listening to good music and all that. So that's why I was kind of like, I couldn't possibly really like monetize on like Twitch because I'd want to be listening to some good music on the way, and so the only way maybe to do that would be to get the permission from the local bands that I've bought CDs from, whatever, and play their CDs on the way. So I mean, that's something I could possibly do later on, but in the meantime, it's like right now I'm not that organized, so I just have to listen to good music, and I want to share the music. So that's my whole thing, you know. That's what I want to try to do, and at the same time encourage people to go to live shows because like I go out to shows and actually, well, it's pretty awkward. Like if there's like not very many people there, it's more awkward for me because of the fact that I can't really just kind of sink into the background kind of thing, you know, like it's like I'm just one of those people that's there, you know. But then when I read about like Dead Moon shows that happened back in the day, like where maybe there was like the only people that were there were like the doorman and the bartender and Dead Moon playing, you know, like, and maybe one other guy, like if I was that one guy, I'd feel pretty special, you know. So, and I wouldn't feel awkward at all, really. I mean, well, I would feel a little awkward with the band, I think, but because like I'm the only one like cheering or clapping or howling or whatever. So, but I could totally see like howling happening, you know, even solo. Um, but yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like a whole new experience, you know. It's every time it's a whole new experience. Like I'll never see the Colleens with that girl singing before them and then with them during their set, you know, like apparently, according to the door guy, who seemed to be pretty knowledgeable. so so I just feel like that's it's an important thing to do, you know. It's important to try, you know. Even if I can't make it out until after 11:30 or whatever, I gotta try, you know. And but now I know, of course, like if I'm gonna go back and the Colleens do like this residency every Thursday, so I was like, well, I'll just try it. I'll be out of town next week, but but maybe I can catch them next Thursday. As it turns out, the one of the people in the band is possibly part owner of the bar, so so obviously it's not gonna maybe the residency is not gonna end at the end of the month is what I was kind of worried about, and so I'll try to catch him again, and I'll probably catch him with somebody else though. If somebody else plays before them, it might just be them, of course. Um, but I was like really hoping like when I was asking the garage, I mean sorry, when I was asking the door guy, um, like what kind of music were they? He was like, I'm trying to think of the kind of music, and I was like, what, garage? I was like, garage? Was it garage? Because I was hoping that it was garage, you know, garage rock, whatever. But like I was like, did it sound like 60s style, like whatever? But he ended up saying it was like U2 style or whatever. So would that be cool too? That'd be cool to see. And all music is better live. I feel like, you know, I feel like sometimes when I listen to live music through like from the outside of a building or through a wall, you know, if they're inside and I'm like out in the patio or whatever, the music always sounds more like poppy to me, or like there's something like